It's big bags, bustin' out the Bentley band. Take a man, working back, party back, and know you bitches fuck.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the Killa podcast. I'm your host. I don't know who's listened to last week's episode with Judah, but I would like to address a couple things from that. First thing is I filmed an introduction, and in the introduction, I talked about SoundCloud. I meant to say Spotify. I said SoundCloud like 2 or 3 times. I meant to say Spotify when I was talking about Judah's music, and he might even have music on SoundCloud. But I 1000% meant to say Spotify, and I didn't realize it until, I was pretty deep into editing. And I was so deep into it that I did not want to redo it at all. So there's that. Also, I just heard bits and pieces of that episode in my headphones today, and it sounded bad. I did not mix that very well. I think my volume was too loud, but also I didn't set the compression very well, and it just sounds like too loud and kind of muddy sometimes. So I do apologize for the audio on that. I think I tried to cut out the AC. I tried too hard to cut the air conditioning noise out and the fan noise because I don't like that background noise. So I messed that up, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think those were the only things. But yeah, I did not mean to say SoundCloud. I meant to say Spotify. Spotify and Apple Music. Check them out. And also, if you have not listened to last week's episode, go back and listen to it, dude. That same week, I was producing a beat. It was, I call it a cover, but I guess you can call it a remix of Mo Bamba. I talked about doing it before I did it, but I produced that beat from the ground up. I did not sample anything from the original song, no bass or anything at all, no drums, nothing. It's a little slower than the original song. But that took a long time, dude, because I wanted to make it sound good. All of the mixes I put out through Ableton have sounded kind of too loud, or just too, not pitchy, but it's not compressed enough. So the volume is too erratic. I wasn't using compression, technically. So with it having 808s and subs, I wanted to make it sound good. So I spent a lot of time learning about compression and what multi-band compression is. And I spent a lot of time just dialing in the layers of that beat. I uploaded it on Instagram at 7 a.m. this morning, and like 4 people have liked it, and that's fine, dude. My feelings aren't hurt or anything. I'm gonna upload it onto TikTok tomorrow at 4. I read those are the best times to post on those platforms. The best day for Instagram is, I think, Monday between 7 and 8 a.m. And the best day for TikTok is Tuesday at 4 p.m. And it varies depending on your followers, but on average, those are the best times to upload. I did upload onto TikTok this morning of clips from last week's episode, but that was it. This beat and the video edit, which also took so much time. I put a lot of time into that, and I'm very proud of it. It's my proudest mix I've made through Ableton, and I think it's pretty cool. It took a while, though, dude. The thing with making music is you need either speakers or headphones to produce the music through. I have a pair of Beats headphones, which are not great for podcasting. There's a delay with the vocals. That's why I've stopped wearing them to do the pod. And that's why I haven't been using my soundboard as much. There's a delay, and it makes me talk slow and weird, and it makes me feel weird. I don't like it. I do not like it. But with the music production, you can be pretty deep into a mix and you think it sounds good, and then you play it in your car or on your AirPods or on a Bluetooth speaker, and it sounds way out of whack. And that's because, like I said, I'm using the Beats, and the Beats, like, they're good headphones. They're probably $50 too expensive, $60 too expensive, but they're good headphones. I like them a lot for listening to music. When I'm just chilling and listening, the Beats are nice. My AirPod Pros are, just as good or maybe better, but they're good headphones. But the thing about it is they have the mids and the bass way boosted. It's not a flat audio signal. I don't even know if that's the right terminology, but it's not that. So you think your mix sounds good, you play it on other stuff, and it sounds bad. So what I'm going to do is get a pair of studio monitor headphones. And they're like, I don't know, $200 for decent ones, So I'm going to get a pair of those to have while I pod and for making music. I still want to do a cover of the Office theme song with... Actually, I'll keep it no, fuck it, I'll tell it. I want to do the Office theme song with sub bass and 808s, but I want to do Somewhere Over the Rainbow melody over that chord progression. I think it'll work well. They're not the same tempo. I'll just have to slow the Office down a little bit and bring Somewhere Over the Rainbow up a little bit, and I'll have to change the keys of one of them. I'll likely change the key of Over the Rainbow because I'll just use the melody out of that. The rest of the structure of that cover will be the Office. So it'll be in the original Office key. But anyways, I'm going to get a pair of headphones that will be better for all the things that I like to do. Trying to think if there was anything else about that episode. I don't know. It was a fun episode. Judah was fun to have on, but you should listen to it if you haven't. I'm proud of it. So with all the business out of the way, I guess I'll go into some things I hate. I just have one thing this week, and that is adults who use ADHD as like an excuse for everything. Some people say it and it doesn't bother me, like, oh, my ADHD. But there's someone I know, and I won't say who or where I know them from, who they are a know-it-all, and they always act like they know everything. They always try and one up your story, and they always act like they're the best at this place that I know this person from. But anytime they make a big mistake or they mess up, they blame it on their ADHD. There's no owning up to it. There's no accountability. They just blame it on the ADHD, and it's super whack, dude. Like, that's a cute excuse in high school, but I'm 30, bro. You are like 26. You got to figure it out, brother. You got to get it together, and you got to show up. You got to show up, and you got to stop saying what you're saying. I say you figure it out a lot, but I really mean it with the ADHD. You got to figure it out. You got to meditate, buy a Rubik's Cube, like, do something. Do something. Or just say it when you mess up bad, just say anything besides, oh, it's my ADHD. Because I don't want to hear it, and I don't care, and I don't feel, it doesn't make me less annoyed when they say it. And again, there's some adults who say it, but it's not the same vibe as someone who's always using it as an excuse to avoid accountability. There's like a line you cross with it, and some people cross it. I guess that's what I'm saying is when people cross that line, it's just so annoying to me, dude. So annoying. Also, I might get a GameStop credit card so I can buy these headphones. That might be the most economical way to buy them. But I also don't have anything this week. This episode is going to be 7 minutes, and I hope you guys like it. There's no ad. There's no sponsors for the podcast today. My manager hasn't texted me back in 4 days, so there's nothing going on with that. I'm I'm not watching the presidential debates, but I do see clips of it on TikTok. And from what I've seen, Donald Trump has been just slam dunking on Joseph Biden. He calls him out for mumbling, and it's very funny. Very funny. I think they got into an argument about golf, who's better at golf, which really makes me feel pretty good about the future of the country that I live in, because if your leader is not good at golf, then what is he or she or they? I wonder how many women pro golfers there are. But that's all I've seen from the debates. The debate. I think there was just one. I might sit down and watch it, but I probably won't. So I'm going to just let TikTok be my news source because I feel like it is legitimately better than CNN. And I think that's a proven fact that Elon proved. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm just trying to get through these bullet points. It's late. This is late for an episode, and I don't feel like doing it. I'm a little extra tired today. I worked out this morning. I skipped the last week, so today was hard. And your boy is sore. I got laundry in the dryer, and I think I'm getting Chinese fusion for dinner, which is not even really that fusion. But it's called Katana, too. Their logo is a sword. But there was a monolith found in Las Vegas, like deep in, I don't want to say the desert. I don't remember where exactly, but it was, quote, a remote area. And I think they said it was 6 feet tall. Each side was 13 inches. There was 3 sides. It was triangular, which the photo looks square. Rectangular. Do you call it rectangular if it's 4 equal sides? I don't know. I barely graduated high school. But they found this monolith. And there's been so many. The first one was in Utah in 2020. And it showed up and people were like, oh my God, what is this? And then it just disappeared. It was just gone. It just disappeared, and then after that, there was like one in Sweden. There was another one somewhere. Don't remember. One in California, one in Wales, and one in Uruguay, Paraguay, something guay, somewhere in South America. And then since then, there's been like 245 more. It's been a hot selling item. But they found one recently. I don't remember which day or which month. They found one in Las Vegas. It had these dimensions, and people don't know where it came from. They don't know where any of them came from. The strongest theory is that it is some artist. What's the type of artist called where they just put structures into places? Well, I don't remember. But that's the strongest theory. There's some people that think Jesus Christ. There are some people that think aliens did it. But why I do not think aliens did it is because it's made out of folded steel, rebar, and concrete. And I just don't think those are materials that aliens use, you know? They go as fast as they want, they go where they want in their spaceships, they go in the water allegedly. Um they they defy physics. Aliens defy physics. So I don't think they're going to like Home Depot for rebar. I just don't think that's the case. But I do think if you flip over that monolith, you'll find the damn Tesla logo on it. Like I'm not against the idea that Elon Musk is just putting them places cuz he can. You know, he sent a Tesla into space just because he could. He puts awesome memes on Twitter just because he can. And he has all the money and resources. Why would he not put a monolith in a remote area in Las Vegas, in California, in Wales, in Sweden, and, you know, anywhere else that there's been a fucking, these weird monoliths. Monoliths. That's really hard for me to say. My tongue is too fat for my mouth. But yeah, dude, it's a mystery. Oh, it could also be um, Burning Man people. They do installations, and that's the name, an installation artist. An artist who does installations. Boom. That long silence wasn't for nothing. There's installationists. Is that the word? Doesn't matter. These artists who do installations that go to Burning Man every year, and they have pretty magnificent pieces of art that are pretty big and pretty intricate and beautiful. So I'm also not against the idea that it was someone from Burning Man. And also, fun fact, Elon Musk goes to Burning Man. So, you know, I should quit the pod and be a detective. I think I just cracked the case. The Vegas police have no idea, but they took it though, and they put it into storage. So I don't know. They also, whenever they took it, they found poop out there, and multiple. They found tracks from multiple vehicles. So I don't know. That's pretty cool. I didn't know what to talk about on the pod today, so I googled um news. Obscure news. Wow, it's amazing. I don't edit stuff out. But anyways, that was one of the stories that I found, and I didn't know there's been 245 of them. I thought that was like, you know, 3. But it's pretty cool. The first one was in Utah. Maybe it was a Mormon miracle. Boom. That's an episode title. That was not pre-planned. Mormon miracle. Do I have a timestamp? Nope. Um, there's been a new sensation in the world. And I'm not talking about what I do in my room alone. I'm talking about the Haktua girl. She was on Twitter. No. Was it Twitter? I saw her on TikTok. I see everything on TikTok. Twitter is just Elon memes and like boobies. That's all Twitter is, really. But on TikTok, I saw the Haktua girl. I think everyone saw her. She was leaving a bar or whatever late, and some guy, no one even remembers the guy that asked the question or what the question was. I think it was something along the lines of, how do you win a guy over in the bedroom or whatever? And she said, you got to Haktua spit on that thing. You feel me? I'm not good at impressions. She went very viral as you can go. Well, almost as viral as you can go in these days, because Grape Lady Fall was the most viral that I've ever seen. That was the best. And sometimes I still watch the Grape Lady Fall just to hear that just deliciously hilarious noise of, the wind getting knocked out of her. But anyways, this girl is like famous now. People are taking photos with her. I think she has a management team. And dude, it took me like 2 years to get a management team. And she got one off of one video that she didn't even try for, dude. Dude, honestly, I put probably, and this is being modest, about 10 hours into that Mo Bamba cover / remix. And it's gotten 4 likes so far. She talks about spitting on a wiener one time, dude. One time. Doesn't even plan it. It's not pre-planned, I don't think. And she's famous now. So anyone who says that women Jesus Christ. All right, I'm moving past it. I'm not going to say it. Fuck it. Anyone who says women don't get treated equally in the workforce, they don't know about the Hawk Tuah girl. And that's just the cold hard facts of life. And I'm sticking by that. So, she's famous now. And, I sound like I'm annoyed, but I'm not, because the Hawk Tuah girl really just will forever have a special place in my heart, because I think, we all want a Hawk Tuah girl in our life to some degree. So I do commend her on that. And, Hawk Tuah girl, if you're watching, we can go get sushi. She also has a southern accent, like one where she's kind of laying it on more than it is, but you don't care because she's cute. It's kind of one of those, and she wears like cowgirl boots and means it. She's never used them as a cowgirl. Like, they're clean, but you're still into it. She kind of feels like she has a dad that's a little bit racist, and that's not something that I hate. I'll say that. Growing up in North Carolina. But with all that being said, dude, and the Hawk Tuah girl holding a special place in my heart, I want to talk about some other things that hold a special place in my heart. And this is something I thought about a long time ago, and then I forgot about. And then I remembered. I have these albums that, also have a special place in my heart. These albums that I associate with the loves throughout my life. And I don't mean hookups. I mean like the people I've been in love with. I'm not going to name them, but I'm going to go through the albums from start to finish. And the first, God, that burp felt so good. The first album's Peppermint Tea. The first album is Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That album was the theme of my first relationship that I ever had. And it'll always hold a special place in my heart, but also that album is fantastic. The bass in it is so everything about it is unbelievable. It's phenomenal. It is, I don't know, the third Red Hot Chili Peppers album. I don't really know where it lays in the Chili Pepper discography. For sure it's early, but I don't know if it's second, third, or fourth. But that was the album of my first relationship. And the second relationship is actually an EP. It's not a full LP. It is Por Vida by Kali Uchis. It's she doesn't call it her first album because it's not a full album, but it's in my heart, in my eyes, it's the first album she ever released. I think there's 7 songs on it. Kali Uchis would say Isolation is her first album, which it is because that's a full album. I also love that album. My number 1 favorite song of all time is on that album. It's After the Storm featuring Tyler, the Creator, and Bootsy Collins. But Por Vida, that was my second relationship. Was that fucking album. And the third is where it gets blurry, but the third I'm going to say is not an album. It's a series. It's not Tiny Desk. It's Colors on YouTube. I'm going to call it an album, but it's not an album. That's the third in my lineup of the albums of my love life. Love life sounds dirty. It sounds one night standy. That's not what I mean. I mean relationships, even though that was not a relationship. But if she listens to this, she'll know who she is. She'll know who I'm talking about. But Colors, I think that's just what it's called on YouTube. They're fantastic. They're just, an artist will do it. They pick one single song, and they're in this room. Each one is a different color. But it is... They just perform it in this room. That's a color. And it's called Colors. And that's all it is. And it's awesome. I've found a lot of music that I love with colors. Just like Tiny Desk. But we're not talking about Tiny Desk. Unless you want to. But we're not. So don't ask. The fourth one is the Shea Butter Baby album by Ari Lennox. That is the fourth in my relationship albums. And Ari Lennox, since I've discovered that album, she's become a favorite of mine. I own her entire discography on vinyl, except for the singles. She has a couple singles, like a Chili Peppers cover and some other stuff. I think there's definitely an EP. I do not have that. I don't think that was put on the vinyl. But Shea Butter Baby, number 4, that was the most recent relationship, even though that was a long time ago. But that is the 4th and final album in my relationship albums. So when this comes out on the YouTube, comment yours or send them to me. Or don't do that. Don't send them to me because just don't. But unless I really know you. But do it in the comments. Do it in the comments, dude. I need engagement to go up, and because my management's going to fire me if I don't get more sponsors. My manager, he might be ghosting me. So we'll see what's up with that. But that's all I have, dude. I have no announcements. I'm going to work on a cover. It's really hard to find time to do everything. And I didn't want to do an episode today. I almost did it. Like I said, it's late. I ate a baby edible earlier. And yeah, I thought about seeing a movie or online shopping for headphones for producing and doing the pod with. But man, that's all I have. I've said that once. I'm trying to not have dead air while I try to remember if there's anything I forgot. So yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna just end it, but thank you for listening. I love you guys. And I might talk shit about my numbers, but truthfully, this is fun. And I do a podcast because I want to, and I do music because I'm a musician. So I heard a close friend of mine, say they stopped doing music because it's not making them any money. And that hurt my heart. But also, I've taken long breaks from music just because I didn't fucking feel like it. So I get it. I don't skate anymore, so because my wrist hurts or whatever. But yeah, I do the music because I'm a musician, and I do the pod because it's fun. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate the listeners. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're a regular, then thank you very much, dude, or one lady, or check out last week's episode, dude. It's really fun. I'm going to upload the video of the music that I did on TikTok. It's on Instagram. Check out the Instagram. Check out the YouTube. Like and subscribe and share it and do all the cool stuff, dude. I'm going to order dinner. I'm going to get hibachi steak. The petite hibachi steak, because that's an appropriate serving with mixed veggies and steamed rice, dude, because I'm health conscious. And no sweet carrots. And fried dumplings, even though the fried dumplings order is getting smaller, but it's fine, dude, because I can't think of the word. Inflation. I almost said depression is up, which it's not, but for some people it is. But thank you guys. Bye.
I ain't got no hope. Most days I'm actually alone. Got a girlfriend that I've always known. When I'm with her mean ass, yo, I still feel alone. My big sister keep calling my phone. I ain't got no hope. My motherfucking phone. I got a girlfriend that I've always known. I've always known. Yeah, I've always known. Always known. I ain't got no fuck. Shit. Damn. Judah and the Killa B, we Wu-Tang in this bitch. I might go to Yellow Deli waffle with the grit. Oops, I make granola. I'm off my taste with a kick. Alcohol. Thanks for the assist, bitch. I'ma hit the 3. I should've played for Davidson. Instead, I'm on my way to work like who the fuck is Julian? It's like we back in school again, except I'm bald now. It was just St. Patty's and it's almost fall now. I'ma switch the flow up cause I'm really raw. I'm a dog, like the type of bully that break in your dog now. Yeah. I ain't got no hope. Most days I'm actually alone. Got a girlfriend that I've always known. When I'm with her mean ass, yo, I still feel alone. My big sister keep calling my phone. I ain't got no hope. Calling my motherfucking phone. I got a girlfriend that I've always known. I've always known. Yeah, I've always known.
Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time! I didn't think so. 今日はこれまでにしましょう。